Should have connected the Wi-Fi. I don't know.
Hey guys, we're back from the music break. I didn't want to leave you guys on when the music was just on.
Yes,
That's
hello. Thank you for tuning in. It's the Keeping It Real show on Reconcilers Radio. My name is Amanda, the host for this show. Hope you're having a blessed and wonderful evening so far. So if you just tuned in, you're not too late. The show started at 6 o'clock and it's just about 7 now, so we still got more to go. It finishes at 8. So today I'm joined by a very, very special guest. Hello. Thank you.
Hello.
Hello. Thank you for joining us, Pastor Tunji. Thank you so much for joining us, Pastor Tunji. Hope you've had a blessed and wonderful day.
Yes, it's been good and good to be back on now after the break.
Yes, so thank you for all those who joined us on Facebook earlier. Join us again and, share this video so others can know about the show. Today's topic is so interesting and very, very important. I believe everybody has a book inside of them to release. And so our topic for today is how to start and release your best-selling book.
Yeah.
Wow. And we're joined here by Pastor Tunji, and Pastor Tunji is an author himself of 5 books. He's coached other people to release their books. He's a founder of the Accelerated Authors Academy, and he's a pastor and a worship leader. And we'll be digging in more. Obviously, he's written about worship. We're digging in more about worship and how to get to the place of intimacy in worship. Yeah. And also those who worship and want to release a book, you've encountered, throughout your worship. It might be angelic, I don't know what you've encountered throughout your worship. But I personally know in terms of worship, I just started to dance and had revelation of the word of God. So you might have something else, but whatever you want to write about, he's the man here to help you and show you how. So Pastor Tunji, tell us a bit more about yourself again for those who just joined us. How did you first of all get into coaching and writing? Was it always with you? Was it something that you've always loved?
Okay, so for those of you that just joined, like I said at the beginning, I'm a worship leader. That's my first call. And I love to worship. I love to teach on worship and showing people how to access the presence of God through worship, okay? And I teach on the glory as well, how we can access God's glory through worship.
Wow.
Because it's a powerful, powerful thing that when you worship, you encounter and experience God's glory. And then regarding books, I wrote and published my first book in 2011. And from there, I've gone on to write 4 books, writing my 5th book at the moment. And people started coming to me asking how to write books, what do they do, and then I started teaching them, started coaching people how to write and publish book and use that book to build a platform or build a business for themselves. And it's been maybe about 2 years now, and I've helped quite a few people within that 2 years, and it's been a blessing to see someone go from no idea to book idea and published author in that time, in 90 days. It's possible to get your book done in 90 days, guys. If you have a know-how and you have a coach, you can definitely get your book done in 90 days. So, yeah, that's about me.
Wow. So, thank you, guys. So, all those who tuned in, if you want your book to be published, you've tired of waiting for years. It could be years and years and years of waiting, and you've written everything down. Doesn't matter what age you are, doesn't matter what you're doing. We truly believe that you can release that book with Pastor Tunji's help. So please make sure that you get in touch with him. How can we get in touch with you?
Facebook, social media, my website, acceleratedauthorzacademy.com. You can get in touch with me via the website or the email tunji@acceleratedauthorzacademy.com. And I'm on Facebook, Tunji Olujimi, on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn. You can get in touch with me there. I'm on Snapchat, but I don't use it, guys. I just don't know how to use Snapchat, so but hey, I'm on all the other social media networks, and you can get in touch with me that way.
Yes, so I'm sure there's so many questions that we have to hear today, about writing a book and the difficulties that people are facing. Some of the questions is, I don't feel qualified to write. I was like, I'm not, my grammar is not very good, and I'm always writing, and whenever I write, I make so much errors.
Okay.
So somebody's asking this question, how could they get to the place of writing so it makes sense and there's not so much errors? It's like, okay, they can speak fine, but when it comes to writing, they don't have that level, maybe.
Okay. So, when you write a book and you publish the book, you're called an author, okay? Best-selling author. You're not called a best-selling writer, all right? So when it comes to the writing, the grammar, that has nothing to do with you. You write what you need to write, and then those that are skilled in the editing and proofreading process deals with that part. So all you need to do is get all the information out of your head and onto paper. And don't worry about the grammar, the punctuations, how it reads and stuff. Those that are paid to do that job will do that job. So your job is to first plan and outline your book to get your book out of your head and onto paper. Okay, guys, so that's what you need to know first. So regarding grammar, don't worry. It has nothing to do with you. The editor will actually do that part of the process.
Wow. And also, what if it gets to the place where the book just doesn't make sense? What you're writing is like, what am I talking about? Because I'm sure there's many books out there and people started reading like, I'll put this book down.
So that's still to do with editing. So there are different levels of editing.
But can the editor help you write it?
Not write it, but structure it. Okay? So there's developmental editing where you develop the book properly. Okay, so you've written it, but the editor looks at it for developmental editing to develop whatever you've written. So if that sentence doesn't make sense, they rephrase it. They put in different words that you could have used to make sure that what you're trying to say comes across properly.
Wow.
Okay, so yes, you can write a book, it may not make sense to you, but once the editor and the proofreader deals with it, it will come together.
Wow.
It will come together.
Wow, so thank you so much for that. And also, what about people who don't know? It's just like someone said, I don't know what to write about. Where do I start?
Remember, like I said in the beginning, we all have something to write about. You just haven't tapped into it yet. You don't know because you have not looked into what you can write. So once you look into your skills, your experiences, your know-how, your knowledge, you can find something to write about, because we all have something to write about. You've been to uni, you've been to college, you're working, you know, you're probably running a business, you maybe run a ministry, you sing, you act, you know, you do different things, you have skills, you have experiences, you have expertise. So there are different things that you can write about. You don't know what to write because you've not found what to write about. But once you find what to write about with the help of a coach, then you can get your book written.
Wow. So you just need that coach that can help you, you know, get to that place of putting the book together and also guiding you. That's a lot of us, I think that's what we need. We have ideas, but we just need someone to guide us, somebody to push us.
Yeah.
And sometimes there's bits and pieces that we can't do. There's people that's qualified of experiences that can help us. So that's so important. Thank you for that. And also, someone else says, I'm afraid others are not going to buy my book. So I'm afraid others are not going to buy my book, you know, because I've seen other books out there and nobody's buying them. I mean myself, I don't buy much books, and then I'm going to release a book. So I'm afraid others are not going to buy my book. How do I go about that?
How'd you go about that? One thing my coach taught me was you need to build a community. You need to build a community. I was even telling my best friend that today. You need to build a community of people that love you, like you, and trust you.
Wow.
Okay? So people that follow your work, people that follow your stuff. If you build a community around that, those are the people you can sell to, and they will buy your book. If you learn to build your social media platforms, not just use it for whatever, but use it strategically to build a profile, then you have followers that will buy your book. As long as you're putting content out there that is reasonable, that is educational, inspirational, and motivating, you have people that will follow you and buy what you put out there.
Wow.
So you need to learn to first build a community of people that want to get to know what you have to offer. Okay, guys? So once you do that, you're able to have buyers, you know, flocking to you.
So if you don't have buyers or, you know, anything like that, but you have that idea, you want to put it down, but at the moment you don't have that much followers. Would you say you should build up the following?
You need to keep building the following. Even when you have the book out, you always have to keep building your following, and that's by putting more content out there. Putting more content out there. One way you can create your following is by creating a Facebook group. Create a Facebook group and invite people that are like-minded, want to learn whatever it is you have to offer, and you build your community through that Facebook group, or even probably through a LinkedIn group as well. And that's how you build your following, and people that come in can invite other people into the group, and it just begins to increase and increase and increase that way. So building a community of people is very important in order to get sales for your book.
Wow.
Another way you can get sales is by JVing, joint venturing with people. So people that are already in your industry, people that are doing what you do, you can, hook up with them and tell them, hey, I love what you do, I've read your stuff, I've listened to your stuff. Is there any way we can work together on this, whereby you can show your audience what I'm doing, and I can show your audience what you're doing, and that way you're able to get more sales with someone else's audience that's already established doing
so connect to somebody who's written and has an audience.
Yes. Not just written, but someone in your industry.
In your industry.
So whatever industry or field you're in, being in that industry and connecting with that person.
Wow. And I think another thing is obviously all these platforms, Facebook Live, and I also believe, there's YouTube as well, there's seminars, there's places where they're doing programs related to your book, like media events and conference. Ask them if you can advertise your book there. Joining a book club, and how
you have to get creative when it comes to your book. You have to get creative in order to get the word out there. I tell people, when you start writing, like anyone that comes to have a session with me, that first day that we do a session, I tell them to put on Facebook or their social media, hey, I'm the author of the upcoming book.
Wow.
So people already know, even though the book is not written.
And they can push you even. They'll be like, where's that book you said you're going to release?
You're being accountable to those people as well. But it shows that you're serious about getting your book done, but it also shows that you're spreading the word.
Wow.
So you need to start spreading the word from day one. So when you say, hey guys, now my book is out, go buy it on Amazon, people know. Not just come and say, hey, I've written a book, buy on Amazon.
When you don't know what you've been through, you don't know when you started writing that book.
So that's a good way to get things done as well.
Lovely. Okay, guys, so we're going to go on another quick break, but this will be very quick, actually. It won't be too long. 2 minutes, whilst there's an advertisement coming through. And I'm just going to play Every Praise by Hezekiah Walker.
Okay, guys, so there's a break. So we'll come back to you.
Yes, I noticed. Okay, let's close this video.